Murder Wing gonna be up first. Trying to see if he can get a fire breath for Seavark. Seavark does get himself a juke, but it's still a dragon. Doing a bunch of damage, full mastery, and everything is available. Trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a setup. Poly, he's trying to see if he can control the dragon's burst as best as possible. I think he still got himself like a big, I was gonna say like big burst. He's got himself a bunch of these essence thing orbiting around him. But looks like a lot of the burst went out of the window. Deep breath was used. Trying to see if he can catch Seavark. He still might be able to get himself the big evoker combos if he can get himself the empowerment abilities. Trying to see if he gets a single cast into Seavark with fire breath. Get himself the proxies looking for. Seavark does get himself a position where he can put the bird out in the open. Big immune by the evoker. I don't know if he was able to immune Seavark's touch to the magic. No, he wasn't. Huge burst to Seavark follow up. Big disintegrates right after. Does pick up some CC immunity. Evoker, Murder Wing, has definitely got some murder damage right now. Getting interrupted. He's still got fire breath. Seavark trying to see if he can dodge it. I don't know if he was able to do so. Murder, looking to get some CC. Needs a little bit of healing. Definitely needs to get himself whatever big disintegrate damage he can on Seavark. No kick for a while. Trying to go for a knock. Does not connect. Might not have a lot of healing here, though. Evoker in self-heal is definitely low, but the barrages with a meteor crashing down. That is so rough. He's got him some big barrage procs off of that pet, man. It's crazy. Pile players don't do math. I mean, neither do I, man. I just look for sims. But, bro, dude, ever since that whole, like, debacle with the Pally Discord, I've been like, bro, not every paladin. That's all I'm gonna say. I know that the people in Discord are being clowned out. Like, if you just look online, they're being like torched relentlessly. But for all the people that play Paladin, like that's your main, that's your class. You've been playing it forever, right? Like Atho, man, I would never be like, Atho, look at what your class Discord is doing. It's on, you know what I mean? Like the guy, he's just a guy. He's just a guy. Not every Paladin, man. That's all I'm gonna say. So don't treat Pally players 80 different, boys. Don't be that guy, right? Don't be that guy. I feel like you do easily. People get tribal like that. You know what I mean? Mad damage on the Seavark got himself a huge shield instantly with a trinket as we're trying to get himself a proper opener there off the bat. Arcane Surge, big damage, trinket out for Whir, got himself a reset out. Seavark is going to get hit with another stun. That's going to be blink available. Got himself huge damage for Whir. Is going to be able to reverse it back. Got himself ambushes back-to-back. Cloak shot is right after. Full immunity with a big killing spree. Trying to see if he can break through it. Does cancel the killing spree a little early. I think just to get more damage out with dispatches. Reverse blinks it. Vanish right after. Cheap shot onto Seavark. Nova to follow onto Whir. Got himself the big touch of the Magi. Looking to back up out of there. Technica got a lot of big damage. Next hit is going to hit really, really hard. Rolling right over with a quick reset. I love that grapple hook, but Seavark is going to pick up the eye. Should be able to see the rogue with the missiles around the corner. That touch, oh, that touch of the Magi, dude. They nerfed it by a bunch. It's no longer 125% more damage for the next spell. It's just like 65. They basically cut it basically in half. There's no debuff. He hit you with the touch of the Magi and barrage it, and I think it consumed it, but the damage didn't happen until the animation completed of the thing reaching you. Yeah. I got hit out. I had missiles. He picked up eyes and missiled you. Picked up eyes and missiles as you were shifting over, and then he got a missile barrage. Yeah, barrage travel time at the end. It was crazy. The buff got consumed immediately, the debuff. It's, yeah, behind the, well, he launched it while you were moseying behind the pillar. You can go, I have DVR on stream, so if you want to go back a couple of frames, like a couple of seconds, you should be able to see it and slow it down if you want to see the DVR. I'm pretty sure I got a pretty good angle there. But yeah, that looked a little, maybe it's Blizzard servers, man. We've had Seavark get bombed behind the pillar before, so maybe it's something on Blizzard's end. Seavark, however, is getting CC'd. Licton, does he have the follow-up here? Seavark is right now under a ton of pressure. He got the Phoenix, but as long as Licton does not walk out in front of the Phoenix, he will be okay. Though it's Phoenix Fades is going to give Seavark barrage spam opportunity. It's going to be quite a lot of damage. Got himself the altar, looking to keep himself alive. Then Infernal not let him do an easy job with it. Is going to have the pet around the corner, ready to interrupt. Barrage's missiles are available. Mortal Coil chicken is up. Does land a kick on a Chaos Bolt. Got himself more missiles to follow. Does he have a big barrage setup? That is the question. He's spending a lot of his barrages, however, on everything else. I think avoided that Cataclysm. Port out for Licton does get frozen. Into an interrupt onto Seavark. The pet, however, is A-okay. I don't know if he can position the pet correctly or something, but the pet was definitely A-okay. Trying to go for a stun, does not connect. Missiles to follow. Seavark got himself a bit of that shielding. However, the pet can remove the shield. It actually is going to be short-lived shield anyway. Licton just needs himself a Mortal Coil and a big combo on the Seavark. Seavark needs to get himself a setup before that Mortal Coil is up. So you got 10 seconds looking for a bit of the recovery. Licton can easily get himself some damage around the pillar. I don't know if Cataclysm connects. Ultra time for a second. Licton picking up a lot of healing. Mortal is available. Ultra time is up for Seabark. Mortal behind the pillar. It's huge for him. The tire, also, Pitlord does not get to connect any damage, unfortunately, for Licton. Got him some shield. Pitlord doing a lot of damage into the shield. Invis trying to sit down for some food. He got mobility, but a board right on top of him. Does he have enough damage? He just needs a little bit. Big Ruination. Does it connect? Dude, Ruination, I feel like misses. I feel like it's literally coded, like scientifically coded to miss every time. Leap over with a blink. Missiles just blows him up. I don't know if it was a missile that blew him up or just a big barrage, but does end up taking another one out, man. This is Arcane, and they're about to get nerfed some more, actually, chat. But this is after the big nerf where people said Arcane is going to be dead. Looks like not dead yet. Looks like not dead yet. You know what I mean? We got Paladins, dude. Look at these guys. They actually look like brothers, man. The weapons, however, I like the sword. I like this sword, the crack sword. I think that looks a little more Paladin-esque. The other one looks good. But like Paladin, it looks like you put Consecration on his sword. It looks like Divides is like, nah, I don't want to fight him. Better not be offline, man. Better not be AFK, boys. Yeah, you guys better not be AFK, man. We need you to fight Seawork. What if you gotta go, man? What if he's gonna go? Even like Airless out there like hurting him like a sheepdog. Veritas is like, oh man, here we go again. Seawork does have everything but a block, so actually could still get locked down quite a bit. What's up, gamer? What's up with you? Said to my mem. Yeah, I already. Yeah, he did pick up the eye around the corner when he was like when he was over there with the Ring of Frost. He did pick up the eye. Veritas taking damage here in the opener. As long as he can close the gap and get himself a Wake of Ashes combo into Seawork, he might be able to do a lot here. He's got double immunes. He's got himself a Lay on Hands. So it's going to ignore dampening completely. So he's going to be all right. Seawork, massive barrage in the opener. What the hell was that damage off the bat? I don't think he was even primed or anything. Ring of Frost to follow. Veritas may be looking for an immunity here. Does go for an immune. Does he use Lay on Hands already? Seawork melting right now with a Dawn Light though. Absolutely melting. Where's Divine Heals? Wait, why is Divine dying? Tell me Divine is not dead, right? Stun. It's going to be a blink out for Seawork. Blind does not connect. You have Bubble. Does go for the Bubble. Seawork might be lights. Shot him out for a second. Does he find him? He finds him either way. Block right after. Both are low. Veritas, if he just needs himself a big setup. Wake of Ashes, big setup versus Seawork. He doesn't have a trinket. He needs to make sure to avoid a breath. Seawork is going to chop a little bit of healing. Does get a Dawn Light on him. Seawork is going to possibly die. Shields are going to be huge. Off of this Dawn Light, you have to use it offensively, I think. You have to catch up to Seawork and Templars him a couple of times, and you're going to be good. Templars turns around. He's out in the open. If you can just close the gap a little bit more. Seawork is still melting to the Dawn Light. Not feeling good whatsoever. Just needs to get that big Templars in. He's got no health. I don't know if Seawork survives this, I'll be amazed. I actually feel like this is Paladin's game to win or lose. Shields are in. Missiles to follow. Does he have himself the big setup? Should the Vendors keep it the Paladin plenty healthy right now? Should be good. Seawork, super low on health. How does he escape this? How does he survive this one, man? He's gonna need to get a shield every time he's attacking the Paladin. Breath, Poly, no trinket, no bubble, maybe Lay on Hands still available. If you can give yourself a proper big go right now, this will be it. If he ever wanted to, he's gonna go for a reset. He's gonna go for Mage Food. If Veritas has Lay on Hands, I think the game is over for Seawork. Blinks into a stun. That is unfortunate. Ultra time is up. Blinds right after, so you can't even follow up. He's just melting. Shields, Dawn Light. Oh, that shield is going to pop, and it's gone. Yeah, I was going to say, blink into a stun was unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I think he went to blink behind him into a breath, but I don't think he was just able to follow up after. Okay. Pally team on team 2, this is your game to potentially bring back. You top of the juggernaut. That is Seawork. Definitely a rough matchup. Definitely a rough matchup for a Paladin. Veritas, however, was able to hold on strong. Excalibur, Blessing of Sanctity immediately just anticipating a stun. Blind by Veritas. If Veritas has any kind of big damage abilities he could use, or survivability buttons, he definitely will need to use them here versus Excalibur, unless you can land a kick on one of his casts and then block a bubble and then see if you can just melt him right there. Got him some Dawn Light, so as long as you can stay away from him Dawn Light, you can put a Dawn Light on yourself to heal, Dawn Light on them in order to melt them little by little. Veritas backing up out of there. He's still got a Dawn Light and self heals rolling in. Excalibur trying to see if he can get himself a setup. Lay on Hands for Veritas is huge. Big Hammer, Veritas has a trinket for it. He doesn't have any other defenses, however, so Excalibur is going to be able to take him out with a full Hammer build. Hammer slaps a lot of damage, doesn't it now? Dawnlight definitely does a lot of sustained damage, but the hammer blow up is huge. And I think for Excalibur, they may not have used a lay in hands. So they might actually be walking into Divines with every cooldown available. Lay in hands, no Shield of Vengeance, no wall, not for a short bit, like 10 seconds or so. But Bop, Spell Warden, Lay on Hands. This is as even of a match as they can get, honestly. As even as they can get it. For Divines and Excalibur does Blessing Ascent early. Both Paladins do, in fact. Shield of Vengeance up for Divines. Stun, maybe looking for a Spell Warden. Trinket into Spell Warden. Try to see if he can lob the hammer into Divines. This is the opportunity. He goes for a Blessing Spell Warden as well. May potentially be looking at a bubble here. Excalibur needs to back away until Forbearance buff is gone, and then they can lay on hands. Unless they used it already, which I don't think they did. Unless they used it already. For Divines, though, there's potentially going to be a bubble as well. Bubble might be coming out here. Excalibur needs to be A-OK. Needs to be high on health. Or bubble early. Got him some Wake of Ashes. Going in for the hammer. Doesn't get it the damage. Lay your hands for Divines. Let's go for the stun. That's an opportunity to make some damage. And you better bubble immediately. Wake of Ashes is to bubble it. Bubbles it. Actually, Divines does not play into big Templar. He plays into Dawnlight. I was thinking it was a Templar. But for Excalibur, you're in a situation where you can win this. I think you can still stun. Blind, perfect. He just needs a little bit of healing. Next hammer combo is going to be the winner, potentially. If you got anything else to keep yourself alive. I don't know if you got Lay on Hands. But a stun, Wake of Ashes might just do the trick here. Blessing Ascent for both Pallies. Got himself the hammer, ready, primed, ready to drop. Shield of Vengeance. Got himself a stun. Big hammer. Is it going to be enough though? Massive hammer dropping in. Lots of little hammers right after. Backing up out of it. Does not have a trinket, unfortunately. So next stun by Divines could maybe be the end. Excalibur, do you have anything to live here at all? No, Divines does take it. I was hoping that the hammer would do the trick, but apparently it wasn't enough. Is that with 4 set or the 2 set do you get the double hammer drop as a pally? Chat, I may need I may need some help with that one. Anybody know? Because I don't remember. Shields is gonna walk up. He's like, yo, dampening super high. I'm just gonna wipe you out. It's gonna be take forever. It's not him. I'm assuming here, but I don't think it's Shields trying to be BM. No wonder they're nerfing Arcane mages. The barrages from Phoenix. I don't even know if the Arcane barrage Phoenix thing is going to be enough to like stop Arcane mages. I think a lot of the damage that Seawork was able to do wasn't even like Phoenix barrages. It's just normal barrages. Let's get another one going, boys. Yeah.